Oh, shit. I know. That's okay. There's nobody in the studio right now. So, one moment thing don't count. Wait and see if anybody comes in. There should be a couple people coming in here shortly. Let me know if the background behind me looks a little blurry, if you could, please.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to everybody else in the live stream. We did have 3. One of them, we got one person right now. So 2 of them popped out. That's all right, Trish. There's always another day, honey. Just get better. Thank you. So, I have been quite busy lately between work and then work at home. Thank you, Rich. And making stringers. So they might be a little hard to see on my end. They look like they're hard to see, but they may not. These stringers are 5 foot long. I do have an Etsy account set up, but they're cheaper ordering them through me on Facebook than on Etsy. But I will go ahead and post that link in the comments and pin it on top if anybody's interested. So as I was saying, they are 5 foot long. I'll put it up a little bit closer for you. Huh?
It's cutting out when you go.
Yeah, it's cutting out on my end, but not their end. That's why I was asking how the background was behind me. So I did clips on opposite sides. These clips are quite large, as you can tell. And down here, the most convenient part that I found with these is this piece right here between my fingers is readjustable. The carabiners do come in different colors, so not all the colors will be exact, but you can hook this around a tree, a log that's sitting there on shore, or even your waders if you're into fly fishing. So they are quite convenient. Trish has had the experience of using the fish stringers with us last summer when we took her and her family out fishing with us. So that is one color, the blue and camo that I have available. This camo and orange that I have, the camo is going to be a desert camo, so it's going to be a lot lighter color. The clips do hold 50 pounds a piece, which DJ is going to go ahead and assist me on proving that these clips will hold 50 pounds, because I don't think my boss would be okay with me recording one of our machines at work that tests poundage. So that's the only reason why I haven't done it with the machine at work. Yes, they are the best. I need to get a couple more for some gifts when I see you. Okay, Trish, no problem. Just let me know what color. I do have purple and black for the ladies. My black is limited. Right now I probably got about 300, maybe 400 foot. And it takes what? Oh my goodness. So it's about 20 foot of paracord. I had to stop and think about that. 20 foot of paracord. So 20 foot of paracord. So it's about 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 20 foot And for the service men and women, we also have the olive or military green, as some people call it. Same setup. So we offer glow in the dark for people that fish at night. And like I said, DJ is going to help get some weights together for me, and we'll do a YouTube shorts and possibly a Facebook reels on that too. So we'll go ahead and get into some fishing stories and experiences that we've both encountered. I'll move that massager for you. We got the massager hooked up for him because he's severely messed up his shoulder. So I've been trying to get that knot out of there for what, 4 days now?
Mm-hmm.
Last week it was his back.
Falling apart.
I know you're falling apart. Not last year. I'll start out when the kids were little. I sent the kids fishing. It was the two of them and myself. So we went fishing underneath the bridge. Of course, obviously, I'm like on top of kids when they're little, they're by water, they trip, anything could happen. So I'm about 5 foot away from the kids. I'm looking over at them once in a while, checking on them. And the next thing I know, my son is screaming. All it took was that one split second where his sister went and get ready to cast her pole over her shoulder and instead hooks her brother in the Adam's apple. Ooh. And the first words out of my mouth were not very appropriate. And all I was thinking is like, okay, well, let's see. I was like, do you need to calm down for me, buddy? I was like, we're going to get this problem fixed for you. And I'm thinking in my head is, oh shit, to put it lightly. Because at this point, I do not have anything to remove the hook besides my hands. I was unprepared with a 6 and 7 year old kid. First lesson learned, never go unprepared. But luckily the hook was not embedded. It was the tip of the fishing hook, but at that age, you're still going to feel it.
Oh, I don't care if you're an adult, you're going to feel a hook in your
Oh, hell yeah. I feel them hooks in my finger all the time. I could only imagine what the fish feel like. Huh?
It's a good thing they don't have feeling.
Yeah. Good thing hooks don't have feeling, right?
No, fish don't have feelings.
Oh, fish don't have feelings? Okay. When they were younger, not so much anymore, we used to go fishing religiously every Wednesday at like 5, 6 o'clock at night because there was a live band that used to play near our fishing spot where I'd take the kids trout fishing. So we got to listen to music, we got to go fishing, and we either got pizza or we cooked hot dogs or hamburgers, something memorable for both of them. So that was fun. I am surprised that they don't do the live bands anymore. That's really disappointing. Ever since the whole COVID thing,
Yep.
They quit doing the live bands.
That place ain't even open anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, they're still open. They just don't have the live music and stuff. You're falling apart on me.
Yep.
I give you up. There was another fishing spot where there was not live music. When we, oh shoot, how old were they? About 3, maybe 4 years old. I started them out fishing at a very young age because I didn't want them getting into mischief. From that point on until they've gotten older, which luckily I have been very blessed with that. Knock on wood. They are really good young adults now. So we used to do the marshmallow and the hot dog thing, and we would go fishing at least once or twice a week.
Should use the hot dogs for bait.
Yeah, I tried hot dogs for bait one time, and I didn't get shit. Oh, catfish? See, I was fishing during the day with the kids
Catfish.
because they had a strict bedtime.
Catfish, bullhead.
I didn't start taking the kids bullhead fishing or catfishing until shoot, Dee was 16. How old are my kids now? My son is 20 and my daughter's 21. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun with them. I got them involved in the outdoors at a really young age, and my son is still into it. Like every opportunity he gets, he's either ice fishing, hunting, turkey hunting, you name it, he's out there. He likes to go and look for mushrooms and all kinds of stuff. My daughter's into it, but not as much as he is. When they were about 15, maybe 16 years old, I took both of them fishing. I think that I want to say that was about the last time that she went. She hooked into a tree, and my son went in the water. Of course, he had his shoes on, which whatever. Because I know there's mussels in those waters that will cut you like razor blades.
Broken beer bottles.
Or broken beer bottles. Yes, we had that experience with DJ's daughter too. So he went in shoes and all and got the lure out of the tree for his sister, so that way she didn't have to get wet. Like DJ and I were just mentioning, we took his kids fishing, and his daughter wanted to take off her shoes. And as much as I disagreed with that, I'm not the parent, so that's not my place. She took off her shoes and ended up walking in the water and stepped on a broken beer bottle and ended up having stitches. I don't recall how many stitches she had.
11.
She had 11?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went ahead and kept an eye on his son while he got everything else situated on the other end. So that was not a very good experience for any of us. I mean, luckily we were prepared. We have the first aid kit, thank goodness. But it is very important to pick up what you bring in when you go fishing.
Even if you don't bring it in, pick it up.
Yeah, if you don't bring it in, do what we do. We take a garbage bag with us and we pick up the area that we fish in. So that way that's going to save one other kid from getting hurt. It does help out a lot, although it doesn't seem it, because we do have a lot of, what term would you use for that?
For what?
Litter bugs.
Oh, yeah.
We should use that term. Wish my boy would be more interested. Just hanging out with his stupid friends gives me the creeps. My daughter is doing good, though. Well skilled with a knife. That's always a plus. Knife skills are a must. Hopefully he gets out of that age and gets a little bit more interested in the outdoors activities. I was like 6 and my dad took me to the spot before the bridge at Hardin's, and we were in a canoe, and I got excited, had a fish on the line, and I jumped up and almost dumped the boat. Oh shit, Trish. That's definitely an experience there. Holy cow. That is not fun at all.
No.
I have not had the honor of fishing in a kayak yet. The last time I was in a boat was last summer? Summer before?
No, last summer.
Last summer? Yeah. The heat, oh my goodness. It has been, what, 80, 90 out that
Oh, yeah,
day?
it was hot. It was over 90 on that water.
Yeah. And by the time the trip was like halfway over, I looked at him. I was like, I do not feel good. And he's like, okay, it's time to go home. I don't do good in the heat. The reason being is because I've ended up with heat stroke before. And then dehydration on top of it when I was younger. So,
Oh, that comes with each trip.
yeah, it does come with heat stroke. Hey, I'm having blah moments today, okay?
Right.
You're my reinforcement for those blah moments today. I have them quite often. I will admit it. And he's a big help when it comes to the blah moments. For sure. DJ's first date and mine, we actually went fishing.
Then,
And a couple years later, we ended up going with his dad in the same spot. My son, Victor, and myself. We went, bullhead fishing that night?
Yep.
And I looked over at DJ. I was like, isn't this funny? I was like, this is where we had our first date. And his dad's like, what? Because Joe was on the other end of where we were fishing. So DJ repeated it for him. He's like, really? This was your first date? I was like, yes, it was. And my gosh. It was about the same same time. It was the same time that you and I went on our date that we went there with your dad.
April.
Yeah.
It was around April. Yeah, it was in April because.
Yeah, it was around April.
Yeah, because we were bullhead fit. Yeah.
Yep.
Early April.
Yeah, it was. So that was a lot of fun. We did do that. Oh my goodness, it was last year that he did this. He got a snag when he was fishing, and of course he has his hook and a sinker on and his worm and all that. But I actually posted pictures, a group of it. And he went to go get the snag, try to get the snag undone. Well, when he did, it came back and it hit him in the neck. So he had a perfect imprint or red spot of the sinker and the hook on his neck.
Oh, I do remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something else.
He got lucky.
He got really lucky on that. I ended up taking one of my brothers fishing, or my brothers, I should say. We used to go fishing all the time when we were kids. And their two friends went with us, and I was like, don't cast the pole that close near each other. Well, they didn't listen. My brother Jay ended up with the fishing hook in the top of his ear, and it came out the back end. So by the time we got him home, which was probably about a half an hour from the house, the worm did not look so fresh. So Dad sat there and looked at him. He's like, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. And he pushed that hook all the way through his ear in order to get it out, because it perfectly went in the top portion of his ear and out the back of it. So that was no fun. This summer, I'm going to try to get my kids fishing. We live high up in the mountains, trout country. See if my boy will catch on to that. That would be awesome. I love trout fishing. It sounds like a great spot too. That was the first fish I ever caught, was a trout. And that was dinner, because we didn't have much to eat back then when I was growing up. So trout and crawdaddies. That was our two
Yeah,
meat sources, I guess you
no
would
more
want to
crappie
say.
back then.
We lived up on Loveland Road. There were no crappie in that area, dear.
There's a pond with them somewhere.
There was no pond near us. All we had were streams. So trout was the only option for us.
I wouldn't eat fish.
DJ hates trout. You can't stand them. These trout in Japan are military trained, damn hard to catch. Oh yes, the big monsters, like the ones at Chuck's. Yep, we found using the smallest
It's all
hook.
on how you hold your mouth. No.
It's not all how I hold your mouth.
There it is.
We found the smallest hook with the worm on it works the best because if they see the hook, they're not going to go after it.
And your line.
And your line. Your line's a big thing.
Use light line and fluorocarbon.
He says light line and fluorocarbon if you did not hear him. Because he's kind of a good distance from me. So there's a couple of trout tips that may help you out on that. I always had good luck with the spinners. But with those big trout, they're not going to fall for that.
Can't beat the old frickin' little dog worm when you dig out of your garden. You can't beat that for trout.
No, you can't. You can't beat a worm when it comes to trout.
No.
Light line fluorocarbon, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Fluorocarbon line disappears in the water. They can't see it.
Did you hear him about the fluorocarbon line disappears in the water? One thing that I learned when we went camping in the fall, I got to think about crawdaddies. I absolutely love them. Or crawfish. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, he heard you. Or she. Because all I see is Facebook user.
Yeah.
That during the fall when we went and caught trout and we went and we let them bleed out, but we also kept on the water because we didn't have any way to keep the meat cold and we didn't want it going bad. The crawdaddies came right up to those crawfish. Holy cow.
Oh.
John here from Japan. Hi, John.
In Japan, huh?
Yep.
That's cool.
That is cool. That's really cool. That's awesome.
You dig any ginseng over there? You know what I'm talking about?
You want to move closer to me? I won't bite.
No, he can see me.
Oh, yeah. He sees you in the corner. Ginseng. Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, he said ginseng with a question mark. So I was answering his question.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We do go digging up ginseng once in a while. We haven't done it in the last few years, though.
I took 1 year off, but yeah.
Okay, then I haven't done it in a few years. You took 1 year off. Floating head. That's what Trish says.
Oh, floating jig head?
Floating jig heads. I'm assuming that's what she's referring to. Yes. You can get anything here in Japan. Because anything is in capitals.
I see that. He needs anything. He needs anything.
That's cool.
Japan has it all. I'd like to go to Japan.
Japan would be cool to visit.
It would be.
It would. Maybe in our lifetime, maybe we'll be able to make it there. That'd be awesome.
I come over there and go fishing.
Heck yeah. That would be awesome to go fishing over there.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I don't think they'd like it if I went in the woods and dug the ginseng. But...
They might not like that, no.
Right now.
They're probably really particular on certain things up there. And in fact, all that.
Yeah, it's a very sacred place.
Yes, it is. Trish, I'm gonna let you tell your fishing story when you're feeling up to par on that with us and Michael and your husbands, because that's only fair. It's a fisherman's paradise here in Japan, huge industry. I've seen a lot about that.
Yeah.
That would still be awesome to go and, you know,
Well, I mean, over there,
see all kinds of stuff.
it's all commercial fishing pretty much. I mean,
Yeah,
you get paid to go fishing. Are you kidding me? How can you beat that?
I know there was a job on Indeed, and there was a they were hiring for people to go fishing out on charter boats, right?
Bering Sea.
Bering Sea, out in Alaska, and all this other stuff. Is like, honey, if I could, I'd be gone. And he'd be gone 6, 7, 8 months. He would love that.
I couldn't do that time because I was on probation.
Yeah, you were on probation at the time, so. But there's always room for better opportunities, and maybe you can have that opportunity down the road.
Maybe.
Lonnie. Okay. I'll answer Lonnie later. We sent some things out to a person in groups so that way he could tie some flies, because that is his hobby. He loves tying flies. He actually sent some of those to us, but since we went and we sent him muskrat fur, feathers, and I want to say there was a couple other things we sent him, he's going to be tying some dry flies and some wet flies for us.
Oh, there might have been some deer tail.
Oh, yeah, there might have been deer tail in there. But once he gets moved and settled in, because he's moving out of New York. We did go fishing at Forest Park, all 4 of us. That was a blast. We really enjoyed that. The guys caught a few good-sized trout. My daughter and I hung out. I'll give you a hug and then rub your hand on your chest. They can't see you.
I know.
They can't see your sarcasm like I can. I enjoy fishing. I mean, frankly, I suck at it, but I still enjoy it. Last year, I actually caught my first walleye ever.
And then you caught what? 3? 3 in a row?
Yeah, I caught 3 in a row. Have a nice day, guys. Gotta run off to work. Chat again. It was awesome talking to you.
Nice meeting you.
Have a nice evening.
Don't work too hard.
No, definitely not.
Catching all them squid. Is that what you're going for? Squid?
You probably have to ask him next time.
Yep.
He might have signed off. So, you got any fishing stories?
Oh. Yeah, a couple.
I'm gonna move my computer so you guys can see DJ a little bit. Maybe. Oh, that's right. He's down low.
Ah, there he is. Look at that ugly mug. But anyways.
Hey, look. It looks like you're chilling on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, continue.
No, but this is from, oh God, I'm talking 25 years ago. But it's fishing walleyes at nighttime in Perchesway, and so I get down to the spot that I fish religiously, and I come walking down over the bank. There's another gentleman out there fishing that I knew, and I hear him yell my name. It's like, hey, is that you, Derek? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, give me a hand. I'm like, okay, what do you mean give you a hand? So he's got this 28-inch walleye, and he's got it bear hugged. He's like, I hooked the fish. So, okay, I take the hook out of the fish. Well, it so happened to be that when he caught that fish, he didn't want it to get away, so he bear hugged the fish. And with the fish thrashing, drove the other set of treble hooks underneath his chin. He had all 3 hooks stuck under his chin. So he's like, "Oh, can you get it?" I'm like, "Man," I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, come on, take me to your house." I'm only, I don't know, I wasn't even old enough to have a driver's license. So I was probably 15, maybe just turned 16. So I'm like, okay. I was like, "Well, I don't have a license." "Oh, don't worry about it. Just drive my truck." So take him to my dad's house, and so my dad cuts the hook off the lure or whatnot. Well, long story short, he would not let my dad remove the hook out of his neck. So he ended up going to Rome Hospital, and they did the same thing my dad was going to do. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. There was another time I accidentally hooked a cousin of mine. We were fishing for pike, and I had a great big number 11 Rapella with the 3 sets of treble hooks. It's probably like a 9-inch, 10-inch lure. But I go to cast, and I told him, "Don't stand behind me." And what happens? I go to whip out, and he was behind me, and I sunk all 3 sets of that treble hooks in the backside of his arm. That poor bastard, his parents pinned him down and jerked every hook out of
Oh
his arm.
man,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Yeah, he would not let them finish pushing him through, so they just pinned him down and started yanking. Oh,
That's horrible.
but I could say that I've had some hooks stuck in me, but never had somebody else hook me. I've hooked myself a few times, but nothing
I've done that too.
real bad. Nothing that I couldn't pull back out.
Yeah, thank goodness, right?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah.
I've always been big on when kids are younger, and we're talking maybe like 12 and under, in order to get them into fishing in the outdoors, take them to a place where they're going to catch any type of fish, no matter what size.
Repetitively,
Yes.
you got to keep them interested.
You got to keep them interested in fishing or the outdoors. And shoot, like I said, my son's, he is like gung-ho about anything outdoors because I used to do that with him and his sister all the time.
My thing, I just get in the outdoors, get into trapping.
Yeah, trapping's a good one too.
I mean, it's
You guys get to spend quality time
Yeah.
together. You get
you
to
ain't
learn.
got to be quiet. Kids can run around and be crazy.
Yeah.
It's trapping is one way to introduce a kid into the outdoors. And I mean, if you don't want to have the animal alive, then use nothing but gill traps.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't want the kid, I mean, my opinion, everybody needs to know the circle of life.
Yes, it is very true. Trish says, my dad and mom took me to a spot when I was a kid, and I put my line in and sunfish after sunfish. I think I caught 14. See, case in point, and you're still interested in
There you
fishing.
go.
Right there. Yeah, we found the more that we keep kids into outdoor activities, the better off they are, in my opinion. Somebody else's opinion may be different than mine. But if you continuously keep them busy in the outdoors, not only do they grow up with that type of respect, you will get a whole different person than what you may have keeping them on video games or TV or whatever. It got to the point with my kids at one point in time that they didn't want to get off the game system. They didn't want to get off the TV. And I was like, no, we're done with this. Let's go get your stuff. We're going. because they didn't want to do jack. Now they're always waiting. Mom, when we going hiking? When are we going camping again? I never caught on what colors for the water and stuff like that.
Who's
DJ, that's your department. That's Trish.
Oh, Trish.
He's better at that stuff than I am. I can tell you from experience, since he's hacking his head off at the moment. He goes and he uses what bright colors and dark colored water.
Well, yes, I mean, it depends on, like, for, say you get a lot of rain and the water's chocolate colored, you're going to want, like, black, purple, black, purple, chartreuse green's always good, white. You want something that's going to stand out in the water column that they're going to see. Black is probably gold is another good color.
Gold would be a good one.
Black and gold. I'm talking from the Barge Canal point of view. Is I know when that water turns a certain color that I need to be throwing. If I'm fishing for walleyes, we'll say, I'm going to throw a black and gold Rapala, a silver and black Rapala, chartreuse and white, blue and white, black and gold. I mean, you kind of want something that's going to stick out in the water column, and then bright colors really don't stick out real well in dark water like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to go with the darker color to make it stand out.
Yeah.
Clear water, I mean, clear water, any color works. You just got to find the color that the fish want to eat.
Yeah.
And it's not only the color, it's the presentation of the bait to the fish.
Which over time, Trish and her family will end up learning that from him.
I fish a ton of soft plastics. I catch everything on jigs. You could ask April.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I get outfished all the time by the guys.
When I start throwing jigs, it's game over. That's what I fish with 99% of the time. If I'm not throwing live bait, I'm throwing rubber plastics. Anything like I'll throw off a few finesse fish. Mr. Twisters, Lunker City. That's just a couple that I throw. The Lunker City and Finesse Fish, them are a rubber bait that are shaped like a minnow. They have a forked tail. You put them on a jig head. Same way with like the Mr. Twister. They got the curly tail, look like kind of like a worm. They make swim baits. Them are also really good. Which they're shaped like a minnow, but with a fat thumper tail on them.
You know what would be fun is getting a couple kids together and going fishing with all of them. I think they would really enjoy that. Plus, it'd be a whole learning experience for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll think about that one, and we may do that once we're not as busy because things are going to be really crazy this summer. Yeah. We are not going to know what way's up again this year.
Or down.
Or down, yeah.
Or down. Circle down.
He's over here being a smarty pants.
And all I use is 4 to 6 pound test on a light ultralight rods. I don't use heavy rods. I use all light action. I fish a lot of panfish, so that's why I only throw light action rods. And you get a more sensitive pull.
You can feel the fish on there more
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
The lighter line, the more sensitive, the lighter the rod. You're going to cast farther. You're going to have better hookups. It's just, it takes time to learn all this. Like
It does. It is a whole learning curve. No matter how many years you've been doing it, you're still gonna learn something new.
oof, I've been fishing since I could walk.
Yeah. I started out with a stick, a piece of fishing line, and a fishing hook.
Mhm.
That's what I started out with.
Yep.
Daddy was the very first person to buy us fishing poles. We thought we were like king shit back then. But still got those fishing poles. So that's an experience for many of us.
And I throw a lot of super light jig heads. I'm talking like 1/32, 1/64 ounce. I got them all the way up to like 100 and I think it's like 190th, 190.
I don't know. That's your department.
These
I don't know. Shit.
things are like super tiny. We're talking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
They're almost the size, smaller than the tip of an eraser on a pencil.
Oh yeah, way smaller. I mean, the lead's probably about the size of a ballpoint pen.
What about that?
Oh no, it's smaller than that.
Smaller than that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like the size of a ballpoint pen.
Yeah, I was trying to find something
But
to
that
for
light,
comparison.
that light jig head allows the bait to fall slow and stays in that strike range. That's another thing. My reels, I have a certain gear ratio on a reel that I use because of each rotation of the spool takes up X amount of feet of line. And the longer you can keep that bait in that strike zone of that fish, the better chances you have of catching fish. So you don't want a gear ratio, we'll say that's 5-3-2. You're going to take up every rotation of that reel. You're going to take, we'll say, 2.5 feet of line every time you rotate that reel. But now I fish my gear ratio that I fish is 5-1-1. And that gives you like 10 inches every time you crank that spin of that reel. So every time I turn that reel, I'm taking, we'll say 10 inches of line, maybe a foot of line, versus taking 2.5 feet of line. Now, if that fish is following your lure, and every time you turn that handle, you're jumping 2.5 feet ahead of him, he's going to lose interest. So when you got that 5-1-1 ratio, you're taking up a quarter of that same distance from that fish. So you're keeping that bait in that fish's strike zone that much longer. And he's going to react to that bait instead of you pulling it 2 feet ahead of him to where he's not going to react to the bait.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go out again this year, Trish.
Yes.
We may end up camping up there during the summer.
Hopefully.
Huh?
What?
At my mom's on the weekends. So we might be able to do something on the weekend. I'm not 100% positive on that.
She ain't got no fish in that pond at her house?
Yeah, she does. You seen them?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, at Trisha's?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She had that sunfish that
Yeah,
ended
I
up
know that.
floating
There's
toward.
got to be other fish in there.
Yeah, there gotta be.
That's a big ass pond.
But if Michael goes out there, he's gonna wear a life jacket.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's boating rules and
how-
regulations. Everybody has to. I don't know how big they are, but there are fish in there.
Oh,
I imagine she's got some good ones in
there's
there.
got to be some good fish in there.
Yeah, there's got to be some good sized ones in there.
All the beavers up there, they still got you pretty flooded. Dirty buggers.
Yeah, she was telling me the town came by and looked at
The
dam, and then they drove off.
fucking idiots.
She says, "Yeah." I hope it's not into your yard again this year, Trish. I really hope it's not.
I took some freaking hosses out of there.
Yeah, you got some big ones. I saw the guy across the
guy
road.
across the road. He took 5.
Yeah.
5 adults, and I took 3. 2 or 3.
That's about the same, sadly. Do you have red squirrels in your area, Trish?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
I think someone is killing our squirrels. We have no gray ones. That's what I was asking.
Who said that?
Trish.
Oh.
Yeah, if you have red squirrels, yeah, that's what I figured the issue was. Your red squirrels, I don't know how to put this.
Are castrating your gray squirrels.
Thank you. It is better than the way I was going to put it. Yes, so that will decrease your population of gray
You
squirrels.
got to kill the red squirrels off.
Yep. And she's laughing. I'm glad we could make you laugh tonight.
Oh, it's true. They do. I've watched them do it.
Yep.
They will literally chase that gray squirrel around and bite him on the
Junk.
scrotum so that he gets an infection and he loses his testicles so that they cannot breed. So therefore they wipe the gray squirrel out so they can take it over.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is one messed up way of doing shit.
you ain't lying.
She says, wow, I didn't know that. It's just like the praying mantis. The praying mantis is messed up too because, like, after they mate, the female goes and she bites the male's head off.
She eats them.
Yeah. She bites his head off and she eats him.
Thanks for knocking me up. You're my dinner, bud.
I'm telling Mike now. LOL. Yeah, there's some unusual things wildlife does.
Mm-hmm.
It is very interesting. I was thinking about doing a live on home remedies, possibly. Think few people would be into that.
Probably.
Yeah, my dad taught me some of them. There was something else I was thinking of doing too for a live stream. We are going to have some guests coming up. One person I've been talking to just started his channel, and so happens to be he has chickens and rabbits too. Gentleman has I think 54 subs now because I subbed to his channel.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I can't recall exactly. But we'll have him up, and we'll have Heath from Frontier Survival eventually. I have so much to learn. I love learning about anything outdoors. That's a plus because we enjoy the same thing, Trish. There's always room for learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn one thing a day that's new to you, it's not a wasted day. I've always said that. You got anything interesting?
Do I have anything in there? Oh, I see on Facebook that Costantia Hatchery has walleyes in it. So if you want to check that out with Michael, that'd be cool.
Yeah, well,
He would love that. Go in there and see all them big old walleyes.
that would be a perfect spot to take him fishing.
You can't fish that until walleye open.
Well, yeah, I understand that. It's on closed waters.
Well, right now it is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking when you're allowed to.
Oh, yeah.
Up there by the falls, that's a really nice
I don't
area.
know if you could fish that creek.
Yeah.
You can?
Uh-huh.
No shit.
Yep, up by the waterfalls. I've seen a couple people fishing behind the hatchery too. That would be cool. I'll have to tell him tomorrow. That would be awesome.
Yeah, she could call the hatchery and see if they're milking fish.
Yeah, you can always call and see if they're milking the fish too. I haven't seen that yet. That would be pretty neat. He starts working Friday at Shorty's Deli.
Nice. Good
Oh,
for
that's
him.
awesome. Congratulations. So he's going to be a busy man too. That's awesome.
Shorties, huh?
I'll have to message you and find out where that's at. We'll swing in and see him at work.
That's gonna make me a sandwich.
Heck yeah. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
It would.
But he was excited when we were fishing.
Uh-huh. I just saw the video of the milking that. Was so cool. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see that so bad.
Salmon River too.
Salmon River.
Salmon River Hatchery, they're milking steelhead.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. That's another one. That's right up the road from me too.
Their venison sandwiches are delish.
Venison sandwich?
That's what she said was venison.
No shit.
Huh.
Well, you can sell venison.
Well, yeah, you can. I just didn't know any place around here did that.
There's not too many to do.
That's awesome. That's right up my alley.
Not like the old Bambi sandwich.
Oh, hell no. That stuff's good. I could eat that year round.
That's the true meaning of fast food.
Oh, hell yeah. It is.
Them fuckers can run.
They can run. They're pretty dang quick. I'm actually really amazed at that.
Well, how fast they'll be on top of you?
Yeah.
In your face.
I know. You know how many times I got ran over with deer? Ridiculous.
A couple last year.
A couple last year when I was a kid. My goodness. I think that's my fate, to be ran over by a deer. Like Grandma got ran over by the reindeer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modo got ran over by the deer they got shot.
I would not be surprised. Then you know what? From now on, my ass is in a tree or something. And if Joe is watching, I know he's going to be laughing at me.
Well, that one was almost close enough you could have kissed it.
Yeah, I probably could have. Probably. But yeah, that's our fishing stories. Just sent you a video of them milking. Oh, that'd be cool. I should open that and then freaking hold it up to the camera.
Is that Trish?
Yeah. Oh, it's on Reels. I should probably Outdoor Central New York. I don't know if I can share that or not. Because I don't know if it'll be copyright, but I'll definitely watch it and post it on my page after I get done watching it, because I don't want to get in trouble for copywriting.
No.
It's already happened once.
Yeah. Done that again.
Yep, I done did that. What is that? Breaking the law? Breaking the law?
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
You do it better than I do.
Breaking the law.
You really do.
Breaking the law. It's only illegal if you get caught.
Yeah. I don't know. You got any interesting animal facts or whatnot?
Animal facts.
Yeah. You know, like praying mantis and a squirrel thing. I just learned one too, and I forgot it. Blame it on the ADD, right?
Oh, did you know that a mink can hold off gestation for 1 year?
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Sure can.
Yeah, I was actually reading up on rabbits, and rabbits can go and breed, but they can store.
And just like a mink.
Yeah, they store it, and then when they're ready, they'll release it, and there we are, baby rabbits.
It's one hell of a cuticle muscle.
Yeah, really, that's very interesting. I go outside to feed the chickens today. Okay, now the snow is all the way up to their little feathered butts, which I find hilarious. So I put their feet inside their coop. Usually we put it on the ground, and by the time we get home, I give them a little bit more, and then they're done for the night. Well, they got mad. They were really contemplating on coming out of the coop today. So now they have made a trail in the backyard where all I see is chicken feet. So I was thinking about going out and recording that tomorrow because I thought that would be neat.
Chicken tracks.
Chicken tracks, chicken feet, you know. Those are my babies. They have feet.
Well, you're not seeing their feet, you're seeing their track.
Yeah.
The chicken track.
I don't know whether to classify that as a blonde moment or
Well,
one of the two.
Yeah, I know where you're going with it.
I think everybody knew where I was going with that.
Chicken track.
Maybe I'll show you guys ladies tomorrow.
They got a racetrack back there.
They do have a racetrack. They got it going on from their coop all the way up to the back door, underneath the rabbit hutch, into the garden bed. I think that's it. That's funny. The other day, I wish I had my camera. We saw tons of turkey, and the moles were showing off their feathers. All of the ladies. Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh, they're all strutting.
They're all strutting, yeah. Get close to breeding season. That's cool as shit. You got to see that.
Yeah, it'll be coming soon. It's
Yeah.
still too cold now. I mean,
It is. Well,
the
we got
times are all
April.
Yeah, middle of April or so.
Uh-huh.
Because they're usually pretty bred up by May now. That's
Yeah.
when turkey season starts.
Yeah, it's me.
Toms are usually pretty much all bred out by then,
True.
which is great.
Hi, Heath. How are you? We were just talking about you a little while ago. About having you on as a guest at some point in time. That's, I don't know what our next live is going to be in regards to. So if anybody has any ideas or something that you would like to learn about, just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and do foraging videos, but I prefer to do them if I'm going to do a live on foraging. I prefer to do it when the plants are out, so that way you guys could tell the difference between which one to stay away from and which ones are edible. Yes, I will. Just let me know. Okay.
So everybody got on camera.
No, I didn't tell everybody I got a new camera. DJ got me a new camera for recording and doing videos, so that's going to be really helpful this year. We're definitely going to be using that. Probably do some fishing this year. Hopefully.
Sure.
I'm really hoping. We're definitely going to be recording and doing videos on our adventures, on getting the cabin in and clearing land and all that fun stuff. So that'll be interesting. Once we get settled in, we might go turtle fishing again. That was fun. That video got quite a few views. Turtle fishing.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Old snagging.
I would love that. Maybe sometime we can do it this summer. I know you're super busy, and hopefully I'll be able to with my health issues, but I love to go in the woods and learn hands-on. That would be perfectly fine. I do have an area in mind that would probably be more reasonable for you. Probably Forest Park. I could walk around with you in there and do it there. I mean, obviously we can't harvest anything from state parks, but at least that way you know what type of plants you're looking at. And there's quite a bit of seeding there too, so we could take our time and make the day of it.
I'll be fishing.
I'm down for anything. Okay, that sounds good. We'll definitely make a plan on doing that. I was talking to my mom about starting a little group of teaching people about different plants and their medicinal uses and all that. Once things settle down on our end, because we haven't even started yet. Her and I are definitely talking about holding a class to do that. So that way people can become a little bit less reliable on the grocery stores. We'll probably show how to prepare them. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to go about doing that just yet. But we'll definitely figure out the details on things and keep everybody informed, because there's a few people in the group that actually want to join in on going on hikes and doing foraging classes and all that. So it's something that we're definitely going to be doing in the future with quite a few people. We were thinking about possibly doing something along with trapping, but we're not 100% positive yet, because we want to get more kids involved into it. Not only to benefit the ecosystem, but it gives that quality time with family too. And that's the main reason why I go hunting, so I can spend time with DJ and my son. And my daughter plans on going this year, so that'll help out. And we go with Joe. We all hang out for a little while, make sure everybody's out of the woods, and then we go to our destinations, I guess you would want to say. So yeah, there's a lot of plans going on, but we have to do one day at a time, one thing at a time, and between working full time and the fish stringers and trying to do YouTube and run a house is definitely chaotic right now.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's a pain. But yeah, I gotta sit down and figure out a game plan for myself, I guess you want to say, on when to do what and what days and how many hours and all that. It really depends on the sales of stringers and stuff like that too, because they've been going pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've sold about 30 in 2 days, so they're definitely moving along. Oh, speaking of your dad, he must be watching reels. I'm gonna have to talk to Joe. Of course, I didn't remind him that there's gonna be a live stream tonight too, so if I had reminded him, he would have been laughing at me. I already know it.
Oh yeah.
Is this thing charged, Jeff? It should be.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, tell me the charge thingy. This is the massage tool that I was telling you about earlier. It says 99.
Such that thing is amazing.
He loves this thing.
Had to make your teeth rattle.
Yeah, on the lowest setting. But it helps out my wrist tremendously when I have to get him on the massage table and beat on him. Because before that thing, oh my goodness, my wrist was getting sore from doing that.
I get old.
You're getting old? Oh, please, you ain't even 40.
I will be.
Oh, next month?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I still look good for 40 though.
Yeah, you look good for 40, honey.
Not really.
But sometimes you act like you're 50.
Yeah.
And you're
50?
cranky.
Sometimes I feel like I'm 90.
It's all the wear and tear on your body.
Yeah.
That'll do it. But I will let everybody go for tonight. It was great having all of you here, and thank you very much. We will do our best to catch you guys again next weekend.
Y'all have a good evening.